Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Left out of the process. Why? Cause that, you know why. Ain't nobody asked you why. But we about to find out why. Yeah. Y'all know how we do 1 o'clock. I was too many late. Yo. I be trying to do my thing. Yo. Yo, what up, my queens and kings? Yeah. Tonight we talking about being left out of the process. And I'm trying to figure out this test. We are gonna figure it all out. What? But for now, thanks for coming out. Yeah. 2 minutes is how long I beat. I really wanted to play that new track, but had to rush. Things wasn't going right. But it's gonna be what? All right, yeah. My name is Sun752. I'm glad that y'all came through. What's going on, my people? What's going on, my people? It's it's the daily. It's the daily go get Mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be alright. We talk about being left out of the process tonight, yo. You know why? You know why? You know why? Cause, you know what it is? It's the daily go get Mism show. And you got every day. Oh, how we doing? Every day. How we do? I said every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will be the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well then you just say Omar with the R. Welcome, y'all. Yo, this is the Daily Go Getism show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getism show, we are talking about the reason that they left you out of the process, or should I say, there's a reason that they left you out of the process, or should I say, they left you out of the process for a reason. So we're going to talk about when you're involved in certain situations where you should be consulted if they're going to be making big changes. And somehow, some way, some people have found a way to go around you, go over your head, go past you, and make decisions that affect you without consulting you, without asking you, without getting your input. You know how it go. You know how it goes. It's sort of like when you're on social media, you know, when you're on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, X or whatever they call it now, and they just take the liberty of changing your page up and switching up your whole shit. They never ask you if you wanted to keep it, if you wanted to change it from that. They wait until you get real comfortable with the last change that they made, and then what do? They come along and they trip you up again. Now, the reason that they don't consult you when they are changing your social media page is because you ain't paying for it. They don't owe you an explanation about why they want to change. Whatever changes that they're making, believe me, it benefits them. It benefits them in the way of their advertising and their revenue stream. And you ain't part of that. Even if you are a partner, as they call it, you know, when you getting a couple of dollars for your little posts and your little videos, you know, stuff like that. Yo, I got a check from Facebook today, and I'm not bullshitting. I got a check from Facebook today. I got a notification. It wasn't an actual check, but I got a notification and they told me how much I made last month. You know how much money I made from Facebook last month? $0.66. 66 cents. And I'm like, what we doing? Because the first check I ever got from them was like $15. I was like, all right, $15. The second check I got was for like 12. Then last month, I think I got like 12 cents. It was pretty close to zero. And then they sent me a check for 66 cents. I'm like, so the videos that y'all put advertising on, the reels that I make, my reels do numbers. You know, I got some with like a few thousand, you know, I'm getting spins. But yeah, they don't have to consult you because you're not putting no money in. And a lot of things where your contribution is basically gratuitous. In other words, you're not, you know, paying them any money. So they don't have to ask you about when they want to make a decision or change, when they want to make a decision to make a change to your page. Because they figure you work for us. We ain't gotta ask you what to do, you know, what to do with your page. But it does affect you. So that's the reason why they went around you. Now, in other areas of your life, you may have a lot of input and a lot of say so, and still somebody might go around you and make a decision that affects you that might piss you off, like in marriage or in a relationship or friendship or partnership or in, you know, somewhere where there are business matters to tend to. You know, we're gonna get into a whole lot of examples, but you know, I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna set it off right now in a sensitive area. Let's say you sent or let your son or your daughter, let's say it's your son, you let your son go spend the night over his aunts and uncle's crib over the weekend so he could play with his cousins. You know, that might be the cousin spot. You know how every family has a cousin spot. You know, the spot where all of the cousins convene. It might be a big mama house, my mom house, Nana, Granny. Or it might be at one of the aunt's cribs. She might have a bunch of kids, and somehow all the cousins decided that this is where we meet. This is where we meet up. Anyway, so you let your son go over his cousin's house over the weekend, and when your son came back, he had a brand new haircut, and she cut most of his hair off, or gave him some twists. And you like, what's this? Oh yeah, you know, we decided we would braid his hair or twist his hair up. Don't he look cute? Or maybe you already had his hair braided up or twisted, and she decided to, you know, trim it up a little bit. His hair was too long. He was looking crazy. Now, personally, I don't agree with letting little boys' hair grow long when they real young, because I don't appreciate it when little boys look like little girls. If I gotta be like, is that a boy or a girl? I'm pissed. That's me though. I know that a lot of women be living vicariously. You know what I mean? They are fulfilling they little bald head fantasies through they kids. So, you know, you got these little boys out here. Started out innocently, he had a little afro. Now this motherfucker looking like Snoop Dogg. You know, Snoop Dogg can take any hairstyle. You know, he real. Listen, man. All right. Anyway, you know, you're probably gonna be feeling some kind of way. Like, yo, don't be. So y'all gave my son a haircut or sent him to a barbershop or a new barbershop. You know what I mean? You put an S curl in my son's hair. You did what? Well, yeah, he looked cute. And now his hair curly. It was kind of nappy. You put an S curl. What? In 2024, you put an S curl, you put it, you perm my yo, you perm my little man. So you gonna feel some kind of way that they left you out of the decision-making process. Just because they thought that your son would look nice, they decided, oh yeah, we're gonna surprise you, you know. So when you come pick up your son, you know, or when we drop your son off, he's gonna be looking totally different. And your son might have been with it, like, hey dad. And you like, the fuck? He went from Hank to Henrietta. What we doing? What we do? Hey, no. Don't you ever touch my son's head again. I bet you one thing, you won't be going over your cousin's house for a minute. You know what I mean? You won't be going over your cousin's house for a minute. You know what I mean? The non-blood related relative might, you know, they might get their nose twisted a little bit. Like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? I already didn't really like the way you know you treat my sister. You got the nerve to cut my yo. So that's what we talking about tonight. That's what we talking about. They left you out of the decision-making process for a reason. They knew damn well you wasn't going to go for your son getting his hair cut like that. They knew it. So they decided they wasn't going to tell you. Now I said over his cousin's house, so his aunt could have did it, his uncle could have did it, but more than likely it's your baby mom who made that decision. Well, it's my son, and I don't see, you know what I mean, why he got to cut off his pretty hair, because you don't got no hair no more. But when you had your hair, you know, you made sure you kept your shit tight. So why you want to cut his shit off? Because I already got a daughter. Maybe that's why. Try to put earrings in my baby. Yo, put earrings in my. I'll give you adult shaking baby syndrome. Yeah, I'll give you adult shaking baby. I know you did not put no earrings in my son's hair and had him fucked up on some LGBTQ shit at 3 years old. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Son752, aka Omar with the rrrr, and we are talking about they left you out of the decision-making process for a reason. Let me shout out my peoples. Stacy White, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. And my man, John Jeffries. Philly stand up all day. Good to see me some you. And CCX222. What up, Ma? And Natasha Younger, what's good? What's good? Oh, shit. CCX says, I had a really bad interview. The manager didn't like me, and she was being so rude, and I didn't even get offered any position, let alone the manager role. I wouldn't jump to any conclusions yet. I've had bad interviews, or what I thought was bad interviews, and got a second and a third. So, like, I had a bad interview once, and the second interview was worse, and then the third was the coup de grace. Like, so, pump your brakes, chill. Now, I know you were there in real time, so you could really feel it. But, you know, don't panic yet. Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow. About to turn it out. And my man Joe, he says, let's get it. Session time. Expression time. What's good? Cece says she had no reason to be like that. I've been to 5 interviews now since last week. She's the only person who approached me in such a way. Everybody ain't professional. But it's going to be all right. Werona Henderson, what's going on? And Nico Martinez says, who can forgive a dirtbag like me? I don't know. I don't know. John Jeffrey says, karma is a B. You will get something even better. Don't lower yourself for her. Exactly. Now, that's some news and advice that you can use. Strength. That's on the strength. And Purple Person says, then you bought your house for $48 and a firm handshake in 1912. How firm was the handshake? Was it one of those handbreakers? Was it one of those handbreakers? Oh, you talking about after my Facebook check? Facebook garbage, son. And you know, like they don't have clear guidelines of how the money is distributed. They be like, oh yeah, you're a partner, you know what I mean? You sign off on the little, you know, you think you signing a real contract. Yeah, I'm about to start getting money. Make sure y'all like my shit, you know what I mean? Comment on my shit. That shit is 66 cents. Man, I got a right mind to show y'all that shit. Cause y'all might think I'm bullshitting. Yeah, here go that bullshit. All right. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, here you go. Let me cover up my name and my address. All right, here you go. Here go the good one. All right, so y'all know it's real. All right, so it says statement, you know, all that old bullshit, payment cycle, what it say? 5/1 to 5/31. So this is for the month of May. You scrolled up a little bit. Hold on. Do I have to? Okay. Now you get to that fly number. Hold on. Oh yeah, there you go. You see that? 66 cents. 66 cents. So I know y'all know people on Facebook and Instagram, and I bet you they be telling you that they getting money. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm making money. That's why I be posting every day, multiple times a day, because Facebook is paying me. Don't let them tell you that shit. I post every day too. I get traction. You know, I get traffic to my page. Like I said, I put up reels. My reels doing numbers. 66 cents. So when somebody try to play posts and act like they getting all this money on Facebook, be like, yo, my man told me y'all ain't getting shit. Nah, maybe your man ain't getting no money, but shoot, he must not be, you know, he must not be making moves like me. Go to their page. Unless they got thousands and thousands of likes and however the money is generated, because likes don't make you no money. You got to do something to make money, which is views. Like, unless you got advertising on your post, that shit ain't doing no numbers. And that got me thinking, probably the 15 and the $12 checks that I got, you know, that major dough, that probably came from when I boosted certain posts. So basically you're paying them to promote your shit, and then they throw some commercials on your shit, and they probably was giving me a percentage of the ad revenue. But other than that, 66 cents, baby. Y'all like that? 66 cents. They should have put on another 6. So at least it'd be like it could be like the resurrection, mark of the beast, 666, 666 denominations of Christ, 666 denominations of Christianity. Hallelujah, amen. A hallelujah, amen. What? A hallelujah, amen. What? Hallelujah, amen. Got 66 cents. Hallelujah, amen. Got 66 cents. Hallelujah, amen. Got 66 cents. Yo, 66 cents. Not enough. 66 cents. I didn't spend not a dime, because I only had 6 of mine. Plus 6 pennies. I can't give any away. Well, I can give it actually all of it away. But that was my earnings. I'm learning how to get paid. Not really, but I gotta save. that type of shit to y'all so y'all can understand that I'm a ball. But I got to crawl. Before I walk, gotta get this talk. We thought I had this talk tonight and get right. Yo, I'm appreciating y'all coming through because I know the 60 Cent show is going to get this through. Yeah, I can make more than that in about 5-10 minutes into winning. So run it back, rewind it and spin it. I'm going to do this thing like a car that's dented. Yo, it might be a little unsightly, but we gonna do this shit kind of sprightly. Like Spike Lee, 40 acres in the mule, 60 cents, let's think I'm a fool. Can't, yeah, 66 cents out this bitch. C. Mart said, make sure you report that 66 cents to the IRS. They hired 70,000 new agents for that cheddar. Yo, I bet you they did. I bet you they did, man. Let's get dressed, man. Before I read the rest of y'all comments, and let's get dressed, y'all. Let me put my shit on. Put my uniform. It's time for me to put on my uniform. This is the top. So these are like this. No. These are the bottoms. These are my pants right here, and this is my shirt. All right, let me put y'all shirt on, y'all. Hold on. Which one y'all rocking tonight? Right or left? And my right is your right. My left is right. What's it? Right or left? Right or left? Right or left? Right or left? Engine. Down to the if my train fall off the track, pick it up. Fresh on the... Okay, let me see which one y'all pick. Then I'll come back. The one on the right, Duck Boy got it. Okay, let's go. The one on the right. So here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, where people wore pajamas and lived life slow. All right. Get a picture, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do y'all real solid this time. Cause I'm always in the picture. I'm gonna get out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out of the picture. So y'all can see y'all. Hold on, let me get right. All right. Yeah, son. Yeah, look. Hey, yo. Hold on. Okay, I'm about to say I need the whole shit. You see, look, y'all look spiffy. Very, very pretty, elegant, lovely, handsome, debonair. Y'all got it going on. One time for y'all necklace with y'all cow bone necklace wearing. One time for the cow bone. A one time for the cow bone. Yeah, a one time for the cow bone. They're looking real good when you are home. That's what's up, y'all. All right, let me get back. All right, where was we? Where we was. All right. CC says, okay, wait. John said, burger sounds good as hell right now. CC said, LOL, I got a bacon cheeseburger with jalapenos and Cajun fries and strawberry shake. That's what's up. The only thing I made that made me less mad earlier. Sometimes you gotta have that comfort food. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you always, forever and always. In Kingsbury 93. What up? And the one and only Nicole. Well, the comment is gone. Vivian M. Just let your soul glow. Just let your soul glow. Okay. Jimmy Mills. CC says, my parents never let my brothers get twists and grow out their hair. Listen, man, when they become teenagers or old enough to pay for their own haircuts and all of that kind of shit, hey, I ain't, you do what you want to do. I mean, when I was a teenager and I was paying for my own haircuts, You know what I mean? I had a high top fade, and, you know, as long or longer than Play from Kid and Play. I mean, Kid from Kid and Play. I was paying for that. You know, with the designs and all of that shit. You know, shit was kind of fly. My barber, you know, he had a hell of a hand. But I mean, let me tell it, the shit was fly. I mean, wasn't getting no curls up in the shit. I mean, slow down. Slow down. Jimmy Mills, your hairline receded. No, it didn't recede. It's gone. But I'm sure nobody else noticed that. Y'all didn't notice that. Nah, no way. You outed me. You snitch. Emily says, baby, we see your trunk. He said, what, you want a cookie? Because you know how to spell it. Get him. Jeff Max Rod says, smells your fingers. Okay. Kingsbury says, I'll take it. Okay, all right. All right. Tyson Fletcher sounds exactly like my parents. That's what's up. Minivan Creates Project 2025. June Balin. I sub, bro. You sub? You did what? You did what? You sub for me? You sub for you sub for me? You sub for what? You sub for what? You sub for for me? You did what? You sub for me? You sub, I appreciate you. You sub, I play a little song for you. I appreciate you coming through and sometimes I gotta slow down just with the sometimes make break in the pen or go the appreciate that sub. Oh, that's what that was. I heard something fall. I don't know what. Hold on, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. Okay. It was my speaker. It was my speaker. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. All right. Jim Bailey says, I believe in you, bro. Keep it up. I promise I will. Promise, Emily says. Tell Trump to give you a cookie. Jose Gonzo said that blue matches the LGBT flag. The LGBT. Damn. The LGBT. Damn, what the fuck? Oh, man, I don't know, man. I be trying to keep Mr. Softy off the show. You know, but Mr. Softy want to go get the good humor, man. Mr. Softy is trying to be the good humor, man. With his vanilla Jimmy's having ass. I wish I had a nickel for every little bitch ass nigga that come in here talking shit. But I mean, it ain't no big thing. Cause really, in many ways, y'all working for me. But this is good as shit. This is why I was late for the show too. Had to get it together. But let me tell y'all something. Let me tell all y'all little attention seeking, like I read your comments anyway, but all y'all little attention seeking little bitch ass, little punk motherfucker. Let me just tell y'all something, man. I mean, God bless the child that has something better to do. Forget about having his own. God bless the child that has something better to do. Because really think about it. You don't have nothing better to do. Where I am, It's 1:33 in the morning. And there's people here. And they came, I know they didn't come to hear no fucking Mr. Softy truck. They ain't come to hear that bullshit from you. They didn't. They might not even came here for me, but they came here for the conversation. And since I'm sparking that, and they get to interact with other people of like minds, that's what we got going on here. This movement is moving. The movement is moving. It's going to move with you or without you. Or should I say, it's going to move because of you, or it's going to move in spite of you. But I would like to impress upon you that you ain't nobody. But let's keep it moving. Okay. Let's see. Cece says, she straight up said, I need more experience despite having my own extensive resume displayed right in front of her. And she said, maybe I can come back when there's openings during the holidays because it's busy. Sometimes, man, when one door closes, another one opens. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was meant for you to get that experience for the interview, but maybe there's something else in store for you. I mean, you got the skills to pay the bills. It's not like you were out of a job. You already had one. You was looking for more. And I believe that you will get more. Keep grinding. Jose says, the medal you won at the Special Olympics is the jam. That's what's up. I like the Special Olympics. I like special ed, Special Olympics. I like all that handicap shit. Shout out to mental illness. Count me in. I does this. All right, let's go. You said you just doxed your full bank account number. It don't even put it in my bank account, you dickhead. Y'all so stupid. It don't even go in my bank account. Use that whole ass. Straight lace. All right, John Jeffrey says, if I own a beauty business, I'd hire you on a 100,000 salary, girl. That's what's up. 1,000K. Good 6-figure start. Duck Boy says, yo, dude, I was just scrolling by and saw you live. What are you about? Well, you know what? People always ask what we talk about here. And I always say we talk about the human experience. But I thought about it. And what we really do is we pretty much perform a social experiment on a nightly basis. So I just take a topic that I think everybody has probably experienced at one point, and I just exponentially blow it up. That's it. We talk about life. So we talk about family. We talk about women. We talk about sex. We talk about children. We talk about jobs. We talk about hood shit. We talk about friends. We talk about haters. We talk about love. We talk about cars. We talk about houses. We talk about money. We talk about air, land, sea. We talk about animals, bugs, the halls, the walls, the balls in my drawers. We talk about anything. So if you go to my channel and you just scroll down, you'll see we talk about the way we feel on a nightly basis. I had a real cutesy name, like a slogan that we that I was gonna say, but I can't remember it right now, and it might come back to me before the end of the show. But this is what I can guarantee you on a nightly basis, because we do this show every single fucking day, and I don't know any content creators that don't take a day off. I'm the only one, you know. I can guarantee you that whatever show I do, you will find something in it for you, no matter what. Because we talk about simple shit and ask ourselves why, try to figure it out. Sometimes we get the answers. Sometimes we still have more questions. But you won't dig it. I can guarantee you that. So I appreciate you. All right. So, all right. Let me just go through the names. Oho. Hi, my friend. My name is Samir, and y'all all got the same avatar. John Jeffrey says people just don't know how to be respectful anymore. That's the problem with this society now. It is what it is. John Smith. Um, he said, "Don't forget, I was your day one viewer, John Smith. Were you? Because my day one was a long time ago, and I don't remember you being there. But I'm glad that you're here. You were the first one to troll me. Oh well, look at you. Appreciate that. So now you want to be a moderator so you control from the inside? I'll think about it. All right, Jacksonville kid says coming to America. John says, "Hey Omar, you gotta get some of these trolls out of here. I would love to be a mod. No disrespect up in here, Philly all day. Man, you know what, man? Listen, the reason that I let the trolls stay is because they actually play a vital role in this whole thing. I mean, you gotta. What day do you experience? Think about it, John. What day do you experience where you don't come across a dickhead? I know every day you go to work, there's a dickhead there just waiting for you. He might be, and you might be cool with him, like, yo, this boy's a straight dickhead. But if that motherfucker took off a month, you'd be like, yo, what happened to the what happened to the boy? So until they start fucking up the chat, I let them live. And Frank's Big Mac says, remember back in the day when we were scammed with that money on the streets? Yes, I do. I remember. Christina Kane. Thanks for coming through. John says, last time I got Mr. Softy, motherfuckers tried to burn me for my change. I hit him with that. No. Let's do this math together. Word up. I feel you. Flanders 420. He said, I thought you were a magician. I thought you were the audience. Can you explain the necklace? The necklace, these are called struggle beads. And I don't know if you were here when I put them on y'all. These are called struggle beads. And the reason I call them struggle beads is because I was a teenager in the 80s and there were a lot of struggles. We struggled through racism. We struggled to be fly all the time. We struggled to learn to do dances. It wasn't that easy. You know what I mean? Learning how to wop, fila, this, that, and the third. Steve Martin, all those shit. But yeah, we had struggles. You know what I mean? Whether we were going to go to the military or go to college afterwards, or whatever, everything we did, it was a struggle. You know what I mean? The crack era, the AIDS era, it was hard to make it through. We lost a lot. That's when the biggest fatality age for young black males was 19. I don't know if it's still the same, but it was a real thing. So, you know, at age 19, you know, I was like, I don't have AIDS. I don't sell crack. I don't even smoke crack. I don't do any drugs. I don't even drink. But you can still get hurt out here. So I call struggle beads for all of us who made it through the struggle. These are made of real cow bone. These are cow bone necklaces. This is not wood. This is all cow bone. And so I rock these because they remind me of dookie ropes that we wore back in the 80s. So, and I like big gold chains. I'm not wearing them now, but I like that kind of shit. So you could say I'm stuck there, but I'm not. I moved on, but I still like the shit that they had back then. I still got polo shirts from. I do, no bullshit. All right, let's go. Am I a voodoo priest? I don't know. Okay, Natasha says, I wouldn't mind being a mod because this is ridiculous. We came to enjoy the show, and some people are just here to cause chaos and confusion. People should really have something better to do. All right. Tell you what, this is what we can do. Let's get into this topic. And the topic is, they left you out of the process for a reason. When was the last time something happened with you that you should have been involved in where they left you out of the decision? Now, this can happen a lot with married couples because in a marriage where two married people aren't necessarily on the same page, and by the way, this can happen in a regular relationship also. where the two people involved aren't on the same page, all kinds of miscommunication, miscues can happen. So if it's a situation where one person is controlling the larger percentage of the finances, they may think that it's okay for them to go ahead and make major purchases without consulting the other spouse or the other person that's in a relationship. So I have to count people who are unmarried but in a serious relationship, because sometimes they live together, sometimes they have children together, and they have to be counted in. So let's say, how would you feel? How would you feel if your wife or your husband went out and dropped a down payment on a new crib for y'all without letting you see the crib? Let's say he already dropped the money on the crib. Now he's taking you, or she's taking you to see the crib. Like, yo, I want you to see this house. And they didn't tell you that they already went to settlement and shit. And they take you to see the house. You're like, yo, this is nice. Blah, blah, blah. You thinking like, oh, you thinking about buying this house. Well, now, and maybe you weren't all that receptive to it. Like, oh, yeah, that place is nice, but, you know, I'm sure this is expensive, and, you know, we trying to save money right now. We building our family and blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, you get hit with the, oh, yeah, that little 30,000 we had saved, I already dropped it on the down payment. Like, you did what? We already settled on the house? Yeah, got the keys. But they said we ain't got to move in for 90 days. I mean, for 30 days, so we got enough time. So somewhere in their twisted mind, they thought that you would be happy for this because maybe it is a real nice house or whatever. You know, it has all of the bells and whistles, and, you know, maybe even had a pool out in the background. I mean, in the backyard, ingrown. You know what I'm saying? Modernized, or one of the old Victorias. It could have been a really nice house, but it's going to really, really hit you hard financially. And they didn't say anything to you about it. So whether you like it or not, now you already are obligated to move into this place. They don't want the settlement. So behind your back, they left you out of going to go see the place initially, getting a real estate agent, probably looking at other places that maybe you would have been more open to. Some of them may have been more efficient, more maybe cheaper, or just a better look for the time being. Or maybe you just weren't ready to move out of the crib that you had. Maybe you were living mortgage free in the house that y'all had. Maybe your grandmother or your mom or your dad or somebody passed and left you the crib, and the crib is big enough for the family that you have right now, and y'all don't have any bills, so y'all able to stack y'all money. But the money that y'all already stacked, they done dropped on the down payment, totally left you out of the process. How would you handle that? How would you handle a situation like that? And that's just one situation. We got a bunch of them that we can rock out. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please share the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getterism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feel like real men and women should. How would you handle a situation like that? Yo, let's talk. All right, so MKO says, hey man, I got a question about the fucked up world right now. What do you think about it, and what would you do to fix things? All right, let's talk about this first. All right, John Jeffrey says, not to be off topic, but I can't wait for the season to start, brother. Got that Kelly Green jersey ready. Do you? What number? Who jersey you got? That's your fly. That shit is fly. So I ain't gonna hold you. Joe says, this is sort of what I had in a month ago. An 8-year relationship, and it wasn't serious. It wasn't serious halfway. Now I'm by myself with potential 2 jobs and making money and running away from this person. They seem to care, but do they really? Left everything behind and never look back, not even consider how I feel about everything, because they think I'm unreasonable and not civil enough. Yeah, that's deep. Maha says, what do you think about gay marriage? I don't think about gay marriage. Why the fuck would I think about that? What is a gay marriage? I don't think about gay marriage. A marriage is between a man and a woman. Around here it is. We don't talk about that. I have strong opinions about that, but we don't. This is not the place for that. You ain't gonna find nobody here that wants to talk about that. Starting with me and y'all. So I'm not leaving y'all out of that process, but sorry, this ain't the rainbow. This ain't the place for the rainbow. They got other apps for that. They got other channels for that. And I'm sure if you just type it in the search bar, you'll find it. But this ain't it. All right. Joe says, now I'm financially struggling, but these 2 jobs are going to help me out. Let's go. That's what's up, man. Good looking. Lance Morgan says, you just thought about it. No, I didn't think about shit. You know what I mean? Maybe you thought about it. All right. MKO says, hey, just saying, man, I'm enjoying the show. Listen, man, I'm not mad at y'all. You see, I'm like, listen, man. I mean, y'all control all y'all want. I ain't mad at y'all. You know, if participation is participation. Listen, I will come at your neck if you come at mine, but believe me, I have more patience than a tennis instructor, and that's a lot of patience. I have more patience than a father trying to teach his daughter how to drive his new car. You know what I mean? Sometimes, yo, like, you ever try to teach your daughter to drive? Well, my daughter was actually pretty good. But the dumbest thing you can do is try to teach somebody how to drive on the streets first. Find yourself a nice big parking lot where it ain't where if they hit something, it was just meant to be. Other than that, it's just a big open space. You can do donuts in that shit, swerve, drive up to 70 miles per hour before you even get close to hitting something. But yeah, anyway, yeah, they left you out of the decision-making process for a reason. You know, and there's always a reason for that. Some people fear confrontation, some people fear rejection. So sometimes they'll make decisions that they want to make, or sometimes on your behalf without involving you. And there are many times where that can cause a rift in your relationship, a serious rift. You know, like, so I'm asking y'all, when was the last time you've been left out of a decision-making process that you definitely should have been in? Money is an area where you may have been left out of the decision-making process. And just like I was explaining with the spouses, where one of them dropped a down payment on a house. Now that can be especially troublesome because in a spousal situation, both names should be on every loan document. There shouldn't be just one name on the document. Of course, if you're legally married, they're going to own 50% of whatever your assets are anyway. But because only one person did the financial dealings, in court, you can always finagle ways to, in the event of a bad breakup or a bad separation or divorce, you can make it seem like, well, they didn't buy this house. I bought this house. That's why only my name is on it. So although they may lay claim to part of it, it may not be 50%. You know, the law is very, very flexible in certain things that happen depending on what you can prove the timeline was. All right. Maher says, and what do you think about the apartheid regime in Israel? Now, I'm pro-Palestine. Fuck Israel. I mean, I'll say this. No disrespect to Israel, But fuck Israel. But speaking of Israel, because that goes along with this topic. You notice how the United States government leaves us out of the decision-making process about whether to invade certain countries or whether to help certain countries or whatever. And they're not supposed to do that. In a democratic society, it's supposed to be governed by the people, even though you have officers such as the president on down to the lowest form of a government entity that do the work, but the people are supposed to make the decisions. But you see, we get left out of the decision process all the time when it comes to our government. Now, our government is only concerned about the money, so they control all of the money, and they never ask the citizens what they think about how the money is generated and the way that it's spent. But they'll tell you things like the economy is great, even though inflation is crazy high, and or if they're going overseas, like the decision to go to Afghanistan and Iraq. Do you remember voting on that? Do you remember being asked if that's what you wanted to do? I don't remember George W. Bush asking anybody outside of his cabinet or in Congress whether they should invade. They did it on their own. When they caught up with Uday and Qusay, Saddam Hussein's sons, and killed them, did they ask you, was that okay with you? Remember, they paraded their bodies on the front page of the Daily News, and they even propped up the propaganda campaign, like, yeah, these guys were really evil, they were bad men, they were horrible, they were murderers and rapists and all of that. So you feel good about it, like, oh yeah, we should have killed them. No, they left you out of the process, and you get left out of all of the political processes until it's election time and everybody wants your vote. And even with that, do you agree with all of the policies of the candidate that you're voting for? Even MAGA supporters, they claim to like everything that Trump does, but they lying. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you could agree with everything that dickhead does. No way. No way. Because if you did agree with it, you would be doing this kind of shit that he does yourself. And I know you don't, because you can't get away with it. And he's finding out that he can't get away with all of the shit that he does. What a coinky dink. But yeah, you're left out of the political process. You're left out of the decision-making process. When we sent funding over to Ukraine to help them against Russia, do you remember Biden asking you if that's what you wanted to do? He just sent them some more money. Were you in that process? Did they send out a mailer? Did they send out emails? Because it would be easy for them to do. Now we're in the digital age. Okay, so everybody with an email will get an email and will be asked to respond about whether they think we should do this, that, and the third. No, they don't want your fucking input. You know why? Because you're gonna fuck up the money. You're not gonna want to go to war with anybody. You're not gonna agree to kill anybody. You're not going to agree to have your family members who are in the military go over there and risk their lives. You're not going to do it. So of course they're going to leave you out of the process. But you're supposed to be involved in the process. What do you think? What do you think? You said it was almost a unanimous act of Congress. Did Congress ask you? What about you? Did they ask you? Because that's what I want to know. Did they ask you? I already said that he involved Congress. He has to. He can't make a move without him. Did he ask you? because you are the ones who are affected by it. It's you, your sons, your daughters, or you if you are of age to go over there and fight. You're the one who will shed blood, not them. Did he ask you? I know a whole bunch of mothers who might say, I'm good. Even if their sons made it back home, now they have to deal with all that PTSD. Did they explain to you when you were doing drills in boot camp? Did they tell you that, yeah, even if you make it through this thing, you're going to come home fucked up? Because you probably never seen, somebody's heads get splattered and land in your lap, and it's in all kinds of pieces, looking like you just spilled a whole pot of spaghetti on your lap. And that was a guy that was one of your comrades, one of your guys that you sort of built a bond with and drank and chased girls with and learned how to shoot guns the right way and hand-to-hand combat. And yeah, and you're not going to get over that, but you're going to be expected to. Did they explain all of that to you? Probably not. Totally left you out of that decision-making process. Crispy Bacon, what's good? What's good? Matthew says, it's a representative democracy. If you don't like the way your senator or House reps vote differently. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Your vote don't mean shit, dog. It don't. I vote every election, and I know my vote don't mean shit. My vote is giving someone the power to take away and disrespect my vote. That's what I'm really voting for. I'm voting for you to be able to make decisions on my life that I have nothing to do with. That's what I'm voting for. Because the donors are the ones who receive everything. Ask the Democrats. They are slaves to their donors. Why do you think somebody asked about gay marriage? Why do you think that there's a such thing? Because the LGBTQIA WXYZ, all them motherfuckers give money. They gave a bunch of money to the Democratic Party. And so they got to pay that money back. Same as the Republicans. It's no difference. It's no difference. So when you want to know why they're not doing anything specific for any ethnic groups, particularly black people, it's because we don't put no money in. You don't put no money in, you don't get none back. So you're totally left out of the decision-making process. Now we start donating millions of dollars to campaigns. Guess what happens? Guess what happens? So you wonder why there's an Asian bill, but no black bill. What you wonder why there's an Asian protection bill and no black protection bill? Because Asians give money. They might not vote that much. Fuck that vote. They don't give a fuck about Asians, but they give a fuck about that money. So they're going to get whatever they want. The LGBTQ will get whatever they want, whether it's gay marriage, trans being able to use the opposite sex's bathrooms and all that. They're going to get whatever they want. Why? Because they paid the money. They already paid it. They paid it forward. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to believe it. I don't give a fuck. The proof is in the pudding. Trump did the same shit. Why you think all his rich friends want him back in office? He made sure he gave him the tax breaks and all of that kind of shit. They paid for it though. All the oil companies and shit, they want Trump back. All of the other corporate interests, they want Biden in. They're owed money. But you're not in that decision-making process. Okay. Matthew says, I know I was a service member from 2002 to 2009. Okay. And explain to me exactly what they told you. Explain to me what they told you. because the time to tell you was not after you already enlisted. I think the time to tell you was before you enlisted. Like, I know, it sounds good. You think you're going over to serve your country, protect democracy. It's all bullshit. A democracy has never been in any kind of danger. There's never been a threat to American democracy. There's never been a threat to America, period. When have you ever seen foreign uniforms, foreign military uniforms in the United States? I'll tell you when you saw them. Never. You have never seen foreign military uniforms on American soil. Never. Not even from our allies. Never, ever. And guess what? You will not. You will not. Because we don't play that shit. We'll come to you. You ain't coming to us. And honestly, the reason for that is that they know that the United States is not prepared. You go to other countries, everybody is, well, for a lot of countries, everybody is required to participate in the military. So they're all trained. In the United States, not so. We would be asked out. We got a few military members and some militia cats that, and some cats who know how to do karate and shit like that. But the average American citizen, we run around here talking about we scared of guns. Like, oh no, I don't want a gun in my house. My kids might find it and shoot themselves. Get the fuck out of here. We ain't ready for that shit. Okay. Christy Baker says, I climb mountains. I've seen several really good friends not come back. Real shit, man. Matthew says, I'm 100% service connected, disabled PTSD, but it was still unanimous. What was? 9 miles away from anarchy says, look, it's a demon. Mahamara says, you got high thoughts, and I like and respect you. Well, I appreciate you too. Matthew says, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have a 2-party system, and logic and reason, would be the way we vote. I agree. Money sucks it up, and it's basically the same. We don't have a 2-party system. I mean, they say that shit. Get the fuck out of here. You think Democrats and Republicans really hate each other? You don't think they split the money? Shit, even Joe Biden told you that. Yeah, I used to reach across the aisle, to my southern, what do you call them? My southern, he was talking about during the Jim Crow era. Shit. Good old boys down south, yeah, they crazy as shit. But I mean, they kind of alright. Yeah, they string up a few niggas and, burn a few crosses or some Jews lawns. But I mean, come on. Shit. I mean, they're not all bad. Fuck out of here. Ain't no 2-party system. I mean, that's for us dummies. Joe says, life is like the anime One Piece. There's more than just the government. Someone, damn, it looks like your comment got cut off. 9 meals from anarchy says false. I don't know. Christy Baker says, you can affect local elections way more than you can national. Yes. But our people are not conditioned to understand that shit. Our local politicians are actually accessible. We can't call the president. We can't go sit in the president's office and make a proposal to him or ask him about jobs for the unemployed in the community like we can for our state representative. We can go right to our local state representative and, ask him about a job for yourself. You can make a proposal or make a plea. Like, listen, things are kind of hard. I know how to do this, that, and the third. Because he's tied in with unions and other people who can give you opportunities and stuff like that. And if you make it worth his while, he will do it for you. And what I mean by making it worth his while is I'm not saying that he's gonna ask you for money, but what he's gonna do is he's gonna ask for a way for him to look good in doing for you what you did. So you're gonna have to represent. He's gonna probably ask you to stand in at some speeches. If any reporters are around and they ask, what do you think about Representative blah 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 blah? Yeah. One hand, people think politics is all about people, and it's not about people at all. Anything that happens for the people has a monetary, it has a price tag to it. Think about it. We're talking about they left you out of the process for a reason. And there are always reasons for this. Whether your baby mom decided to buy your 8-year-old a one piece suit or some crazy shit. What they call that shit a few years ago, a romper. You bought my 8-year-old a fucking romper? Yeah, but he cute. That don't mean he gay. What the fuck wrong with you? Yo, shit. Well, first of all, don't be cussing at me like that. That's why we ain't together now. You know what I mean? You don't know how to control yourself. And plus you all homophobic. Like, this bitch, you fuck. Yo. First of all, he ain't wearing that shit. Well, maybe he ain't gonna wear it when he come over on your visitation weekends, but them other times, we'll just see what happens now, won't we? Shit like that. Left you out of the decision-making process for a reason. It happens. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We're gonna be on for a little while longer. We're gonna do some birthday shout-outs, and then we're gonna get on up out of here. But yeah. I wanted to have this talk with y'all tonight. And I want to thank y'all for accommodating me with that. All right. Joe says, has to be a leader of the world. And Phantom Melody says, Trump, a.k.a. Pump. Mahamaya says, I tell it one way democracy. Matthew says, 1776, 1812, whenever the Spanish-American War was. What about it? What about it? James Warner says, the British-Mexican War 2001, Twin Towers. The Twin Towers. They still can't explain why Tower number 7 fell. Down goes Tower 1, down goes Tower 2. And then number 7, that wasn't affected by any plane damage, any fire, all the way over there, goes down at the same time. Purely coincidence, right? They say that a plane hit the Pentagon. We ain't seen no plane. Not a wing, not a tire, not a cockpit, not a seat, not a motherfucking black box, nothing. Schwenksville, Pennsylvania. They say what was it? United. What was the flight? United. They made a movie about it. United something. The one where he said, "Let's roll," where one of the passengers famously said, "Let's roll," where they overtook the abductors, the alleged hijackers. The plane went down in Schwenksville. What plane? Not a wing, not a cockpit, not a seat. They said that the plane vaporized. The fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? They said the plane vaporized. I sound like some old. Remember that? Remember that British sci-fi TV show Doctor Who? Remember Doctor Who? Did some amazing shit on Doctor Who, didn't they? Listen, I can't prove none of this shit, but I know it wasn't no fucking plane. They showed no plane that hit the Pentagon, no plane that went down in Schwenksville. And then Tower number 7. Listen, man. Whatever, man. MKO says, what do you think about the schools right now? Okay, I'm going to tell you this, MKO. And I'm going to stay on topic with this. I wish parents and concerned students and citizens had more of the decision-making process when it comes to our children's education. Because I disagree with so many things that have happened over the past years. Taking vocations out of school. I totally disagree with that. Focusing our children's curriculum based on just academics. I disagree with that. Our schools have always been focused on academics, and it hasn't gotten us anywhere. We're not taught history in the way that it should really be taught. We're learning a whole lot of dates and numbers and names of people, but we're not finding out anything about processes and how things really work. And one of the reasons that a lot of students don't like history is because all they're learning is a bunch of dates and figures, small facts, incorrect, by the way, and the names of a bunch of people. But they're not even being taught what those people were like. They're not even taught that those people are really human. You know, we're not taught that those people loved or felt or cried or hurt or thought about certain things. You know, we know more about our local celebrities, or should I say our celebrities that we see on TV, here on the radio, whatever. We learn more about those people than we do our historical figures, and that's irresponsible. So I feel that the schools should develop a curriculum, particularly at the 9th grade level. I thought of a proposal to give all of the freshmen of high schools a questionnaire about their hobbies, their personal thoughts, what they think they want to do as a career, what they like to do on a regular basis. So I want to know everything about our students. Like, I want to know, do you like video games? Do you hang around with people who are violent? Are you interested in the opposite sex? Do you feel confused sometimes? Do you feel conflicted? Do you feel like you are a victim of peer pressure? What do you actually like to do? Like, when you're by yourself and no one can judge you about the things that you really like to do, what are those things that you like to do? Of course, they may not be totally honest, but they'll have a chance to be. So I would like to develop a curriculum for them, for the things they actually like to do and can do right now. I don't care whether it's sports. I don't care whether it's crafting. I don't care whether it's video games or building computers or whatever you know how to do. I would like to build a curriculum that would focus a lot of attention on what you actually like to do. And then I would like to revisit that curriculum at 11th grade. So I want to catch them when they're coming into high school. And then just before they go into 12th grade, I want to catch them at the junior level and see, has there been any change or development from the ninth grade level, from 14 to age 14, from age 14 to age 16, and see if we need to tweak it, make some adjustments, make some changes. And then for their final year, because after their 12th grade year, now you're old enough to be tried as an adult, go into the military, sacrifice your life, ruin your life. But I want to find what you are good at and how we can help you throughout that process. Think about when you were in school. I don't know how old any of you are, but think about when you were in school and they used to always ask us, what do we want to do when we grow up? And when we got in high school, it got more serious. Like, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? And we would throw out a number like, or any kind of statement like, well, I'm going to go work for my dad, or I'm going in the military, or I'm going to be a cop like my uncle, or I'm going to go to school, I'm going to college, I want to be a this, I want to be a that. But nobody asked us who we were and what we really like to do. I just had a talk with my daughter about that last week. I asked her, I said, all right, this is your final year of high school. She graduates in a couple of weeks. And I want to know, like, well, what do you want to do? You're like, well, I'm going to school for forensic science. And, I said, I get all of that. That's cool. But what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Like, if you had all the money and the resources and the time to do what you wanted to do, what would it be? Let's talk about that. And let's see if we can get you close to that now. She still hasn't gotten back to me about that. It might have blew her fucking mind. But that's what I would like to have in our schools. That way we could keep up with our students. We could monitor them and we could know what we can expect, what we could reasonably expect after they graduate high school and move on. And I think that's some of the things that are missing from the school system, public or private. All right. Matthew says, hard to have conversations with you being like 10 minutes behind the chat, then you take things out of context. All right, well, that's cool, man. You know what I mean? On the weekends, you can actually call into this show. So if you want to call in, then we can talk in real time. And I'll give you all the time. It's not like other call-in shows where, they give you about 3 to 5 minutes or less. And you got to get your point on. No, we can have a conversation. So on Saturday and Sunday, come back through 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we can talk this out. I'll even give you a chance to revisit this conversation. But of course, I mean, listen, yeah, things are going to be lost in translation, in the comment section. So I apologize, but I'm glad you came through and you represented and just participated. MKO says, Matthew, let him also talk to the other pool. But yeah, like he want to go one-on-one. Like, come on, man. Naeem Ferdu says, you need Jesus. You got any Jesus? You got some Jesus? Give up the Jesus. Chrissy Bacon says, Tower 7 fell faster than free fall or as fast. Very sus. It was mad sus, man. Lara says, I lived there as a kid when it happened. Where? In New York? Wait a minute. Shaking Bottle says, we going to do a collab soon. Me and you? What we going to collab on? If you're talking to me. Naeem Ferdu says, my G, You have darkness and filthy sins buried deep inside your blackened heart. If you repent, then we shall together pray for your ugly sins. Bay 510 Bay says, I love you too. That's what's up. I want to read this. My G, you have darkness and filthy sins buried deep inside your blackened heart. If you repent, then we shall together pray for your ugly sins. Rest in peace. Shout out to Paul Bearer. Lara says, didn't happen. MKO says, why does he need Jesus? For all you know, he could be a fully devout follower of God, Naeem. I could certainly be that. U.S. Army recruiter Dan says, stop spreading misinformation. My uncle died on that plane. He was a good pilot. What was your uncle's name? Quickly. What was your uncle's name? And which plane? Which plane? Which plane? Because they ain't tell us none of the people that was on the plane that supposedly or allegedly hit the Pentagon. We ain't get no info. We don't know what plane? What plane? I ain't see no plane. Did you see a plane? I ain't see no plane. Show me a remnants of a plane. I mean, give me something. Give me a wing. You know how big a fucking plane is? Okay, Lara says, they said the plane slowly crashed into the side of the Pentagon. Okay, so where is it at? If it crashed slow, where is it? They did a fast ass cleanup, didn't they? I mean, that was fast as fuck. Naeem says, have repentance and trust Jesus because he will forgive your filthy sins. Well, then I'm good then. Lara says, showed images of a plane slowly rolling into part of the Pentagon that was under construction. I know, right? Yeah, I heard. You know, they wailing. They wailing, son. Lara says, God first. We all need God. No more lies. True. And Globa says, do a backflip. I don't have enough room. Shaking Bottle says, the process to ride on the back of the slave class. Interesting. Muy interesante. Crispy Bacon says, David Copperfield would be proud. Yeah. He sure would. So are those gumballs around your neck? Well, nah, man, these are called struggle beads. Look, you have on yours too. Let me show you the picture that I took of you earlier. So we, you know, when we come to this show, we wear our uniform. That's right. That's you. You didn't even know you were dressed so well. Look at you. See, we wear our uniforms. These are like, you know, this is like our scrubs. We work in this hospital. These are our scrubs. You know, we security guards. These are our pants. You know, our badges. The pants. The belt. You know what I mean? It's a little side. Look. This right here. Hold on. That's our little mace. Coolsville, right? Coolsville, dude. Coolsville. All right. And no, these are genuine cow bones. Cow bones. See? They be shining, son. These aren't wood. These cow bones. Huh? Look at that. Look at that. Expertly made. Not sold in stores. Christina Kane says, what do you think about nurses? That's an interesting question. Why would you ask what I think about nurses? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think nurses are great. You know who else I think is great? Housekeepers. I like housekeepers and nurses. They're so cool. Those housekeepers and nurses. They're really cool. Both of them. All of them. Interesting question. Shaking Bottle says, I'm violent myself. And yes, I like girl I'm pretty certain I like girls. I'm pretty certain in myself. I'm not a victim of anything besides billionaires. Well, how about that? Glover says, when I'm by myself, I'm 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 joinking. I'm joinking it, bro. All the time. You need to spend some time around a girl. All right. Larry says, God, family, respect. Word up. I worship the devil. Okay, cool. Larry says, we do that here already, starting at age 12 to 13, middle school. But do y'all do it on the level that I'm talking about? Because if you do, wow, school was useless after eighth. School was useless after eighth grade. Well, I don't subscribe to that. Larry says we asked them at age 12, what do you like, and what would you like to do? We have schools set up for engineering and health. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something deeper than a trade. I'm talking about their life. We know that we're going to work for the rest of our lives. I'm talking about how we want to live. You know, the other 16 hours of our days. I'm from Philly. Oh, you're in Texas? I don't trust the state of Texas. I don't fuck with no Texas. Happy Juneteenth coming up next Wednesday. That's how I feel about Texas. Not you personally, but you, the government, the history of that state. Fuck Texas. He says, I want to help. Tell me how we can make it better. All right. You know what? If you're really serious, stay tuned to the show. But you can also hit me up privately on my email, sun752 at AOL.com. sun752 at AOL.com. Because listen, I've been wanting to put this program together for years. For years. I thought about it about, I don't know, 13, 15 years ago. Some shit like that. But the thing is, it's about money. And one of the biggest reasons that it's not being considered is because who's going to pay for it? And who's getting paid from it? 1912, Arizona 1912 says Juneteenth versus Pride Month. Who wins? I'm putting my money on Pride Month is actually going to win, but I fucked with Juneteenth. So if I got to be a loser, fuck it. But I'm rolling with Juneteenth. Juneteenth. Muhammad says he forgot the name of his uncle. What the fuck? Fury's friend. Kelly Bob, 1988. Cool something dude. I worship Jesus Christ. Cool. Y'all still going in. All right, Kelly Bob says, I'm already making it better. And the best part is I don't owe anyone an explanation. Cool. Jose Gonzo says, it's not like life is not only earning money. That's the fact. But in government, that's all that matters. Okay. Jacksonville Kid says, kids these days want to be influencers on social media. That's what they are striving for these days. Sheesh. There's nothing wrong with that. But think about the content that they want to create. Like, you can change the world with the internet. I mean, we're not going back to the analog age. It's all going to be digital. So we need to make the best of it. But I mean, do you want them making helpful content that can actually help us to advance, or do you want them twerking and talking all kinds of ratchet shit like a Sexy Red or Glorilla or like last night we talked about drill rappers. Like, what the fuck? What we doing? Okay. All right. We're going to do this, man. Let's do these birthday shout outs because we got to get out of here. We already an hour and a half in. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 12th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are Special. They get the Respect. They are Special. They get the Respect. They are Special. They get the Respect. They get number one out the box. Joy Palmer, happy birthday to you, and also Deneen Williams, happy birthday to you, and Jamila Carey, happy birthday, and Shirley Talgolt, happy birthday to you, and Shari Jones, happy birthday to you, and Yabanya Mariel Santana, happy birthday to you, and Barry David, happy birthday, and Ann Lowe, and my girl Razia Al Nafis, happy birthday to you, and Remy Ma, happy birthday, and Laurie E. Smalls, happy birthday. And Ashley Warner, last but not least, Ashley Warner. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious June 12th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, sometimes we get left out of the process, and it's always for a reason. Sometimes the reason is because they know that you're not going to agree. Sometimes the reason is because they know that you're going to block them. Sometimes the reason is because they know that you're going to reject them. Sometimes the reason is because they know that you'll take over and you'll want to make that project yours. Sometimes it's because they know that you'll make improvements to whatever they thought of first, and then they think that will make them sacrifice credit. Sometimes they don't want you to be part of the process because they have control issues and they're out of control with their control issues, and they just want to have all the credit and they want to be able to pull all of the puppet strings, and they just don't want to share. There's a certain amount of selfishness that comes into leaving people out of the process. And it's also the gang mentality. In the gang mentality, they leave non-gang members out of the process. So even though you may be financing the mission or tied to the mission or contracted to the mission, you may be left out of the decision-making process because they don't want you to be in it for whatever reason. And there can be a variety of reasons. What will you do in order to invoke your privilege to be back in the decision-making process? Will you lose your head, go crazy, get violent, start, tear the whole thing down, be a whistleblower, or will you slowly make your way into it? Use your influence, use your brain, be patient, plan your work and work your plan, plan your work and work your plan, plan your work and work your plan. That's whether you are a child, woman, or man. I know that you can take a stand and do what you want to do and make your own band. You can play the drums in the horn section or maybe even glad guitar. You know who you are. I'ma make sure that I'm a star up in the sky, or maybe when I walk on by. I wanna be crowd surfing on this earth, and for the rest of my life, I'm gonna never live strife. I know that the people will support if I come through and never get caught doing no crazy shit, stay drug free. I don't even drink. I make sure that when I think, my thoughts are clear, and I'ma bring them right here and put them to you. And that's how I do. Each and every night, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'ma be here, and we won't be doing crime. But if I did a crime, you can believe it was a crime of passion, because I'm going to get my shit off without asking no single person what I really want to do, because I know I'm righteous, and I know that you are too. And your own right, I got my own plight. I'm going to do this shit and keep my game tight. What you want to do with the rest of your life? Do you want to be down, get married, have you a wife, or maybe even hubby? You sip the bubbly, be up in the bubble bath. Yo, do the math. Is it adding up? Are you counting bills? Are you doing what you want to do? Sit back, relax, and chill. Would you lay back, have a few kids, pop out a few puppies, yeah, and have a guppy, and maybe a white picket fence, Volvo station wagon. I'm trying to tell you this shit. I ain't really dragging. I'm enough rhyming for this night, but I'ma make sure that I'ma be back and we gonna get right. I appreciate all of y'all coming through every night at 1 a.m. Eastern Time. This is what we do. And I'm gonna say peace. Yeah, just like Eric B. and Rakim back in the day, the least I could do was give a little thanks. The least you could do is give me a rank. If you think that you like what you heard tonight, then can I get a sub? Can I at least get a like? I see 12 likes up on the screen. That shit is mean. I've been doing this shit for an hour and a half. What, to be seen? Nah, I'm going to put out the message. I appreciate y'all shit. End the session. All right, let's go. I'm gonna get them out of here, man. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. I will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go Getimism show. 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. Give me that sub. Give me that like. You know what I mean? I promise. I'm not going to ask you for nothing, sell you nothing or whatever. You're just going to bring the info. You know, we congregate, you know, build with each other, try to make something. If we can get this right and this right, your mind and your heart, it's a start. Math, science, English, and art. All right. So we out? We good? We good? All right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. All right. So let me I can take off my clothes now. Take off my clothes. I put my work clothes off. Let me take y'all off. Come on. Stretch your neck. You know, the chain, the necklace kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy. So are y'all doing these stretches with me? Come on, man. Come on. Be down. All right, y'all. Tomorrow night. Peace, man.